Hey, Lauren.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Am I the only one here?
So far.
Oh, cool. I started early because I have tried before to connect to this and I'm not real good at IT stuff. So, and I never made it. So finally I figured it out.
You're adorable. I'm happy that you're here. So I guess there were 8 people that had signed up for this. So let's wait and see who comes in.
Okay, I have all the patience in the world.
Right on. I'm growing.
I'm retired, so.
Aw.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Oh no! How long have you been retired?
A few years now. I'm turning 66 this month, and I retired when I was 63.
Cool.
So a few years.
Nice.
I'm getting tired of it though.
Getting tired of it. That's funny. Okay. Hi, Angelo. Hi, Bernadette. Hi, Priyanka. I'm just doing a quick hello.
Hello, hello.
Okay, let me.
How is everyone? Okay, and here comes Hannah. Doing well from Colorado. Beautiful. We have Colorado in the house. We have Canada in the house. We have Los Angeles in the house. We have more Canada in the house. We have Virginia in the house. Hello, darlings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Angelo. Hi, Bernadette. Priyanka, I know that you're busy working in the background, so you don't have to come on and say hi. Hi, Hannah. I love your hair. It's beautiful. Okay, my darlings. So we're going to have a conversation about manifestation. And the very, very cool thing is I just was channeling Hathor for one of my students. And it was a very, very powerful conversation. From Priyanka, Facebook live stream. Thank you, Priyanka. If it weren't for this little chickadee, I would forget my shoes. All right, let me go live on Facebook. Free Summer Life event. Today, the Free Summer Life event. Manifestation. All right, today we're doing a manifestation. Oh.
Did you want to live stream into just the group or your personal page?
I don't think I can live stream into the group.
You can. I think you can because I went in to fix it. If you wanted to try it out, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me try it. Go live. Let's see. To a group. All right. Let's see. Group. Summer Life. Bear with me, you guys. We're just trying to see if we can. Oh, it's not there. Quantum living experience. All right. Let's see if this works. Go live. Ooh, it's going live. This is awesome. Hi, Lionel.
Hello, Lynn.
How are you, my love?
I'm awesome. How are you?
Great. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Okay. Today we're going to talk about manifestation. Lionel, I was just talking with Kim. How are you, my love?
Oh, hello. How are you?
Yeah. Okay. All right. We are live. I don't know why that feed looks so funky, but it's what it is. Okay. So I think I've told this story once before, but it bears repeating. In 1987, I was running a business and finance department of Werner Erhard and Associates. And one of my responsibilities was also something that was called the 6 Day. It was a ropes course where you went away to a destination and you took a really intense look at yourself and you had to climb a mountain, you had to do all kinds of crazy stuff. Went down on a zip line, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, I was in charge of this program, and I happened to love this program. It was called the 6 Day because the event was 6 days long. Makes sense, right? And I remember my manager, who was a little man named Mark Spiritos, and he said to me, how many 6-day enrollments are you going to have this week? And people were lucky if they had one or two. It was one of the costlier programs. And I was like, there was this opening in reality, and I stepped through it, and I stepped into the future, and I said 6. And he looked at me and he said, you're not going to have 6. And I said, no, I'm going to have 6 this week. And he said, okay, I'll write it down, but we'll see. So, it was Friday, and we would go Friday to Friday. And lo and behold, by Friday, I had 6-day enrollments. And he said, how did you do that? And I said, I went into the future where that existed. And I turned around and I pulled my present to the future. He goes, no, really, how'd you do it? And I'm like, no, really, that's how I did it. And it was funny because Hannah, your parents knew Mark really well, because when we all did that program together back in the early 80s, he was our enrollment manager. So Mark and I had a very long-standing friendship and relationship. Anyway, so I kind of tucked that information away. And lately on TikTok, you're seeing people talking about jumping timelines and how to manifest in this, that, and the other. And Hathor came through and she said, okay, we're going to talk about the Egyptian high magic, the true art of manifestation. And I was like, what's that? And she said, it's how to manifest without creating karma. Like sometimes when witches will make something happen, they will use the elements. They'll use, the wind, the wind or the fire, the wind or the air. They'll use fire or the power of the sun. They'll use water, or they'll use earth. And sometimes what they would do is they would take energy away from something, eye of newt, tail of, whatever. But there was always like a price that would come with it. But what we're going to talk to today is about how each of you can manifest without it seemingly taking away from any other aspect of your life. And it is literally as simple as finding where what you desire already exists in the universe, and then going and meeting it, having an experience of it. You can call it jumping timelines. You can call it, having a crack in the cosmic consciousness of existence, and then stepping into where that exists. But that is truly the way that the Egyptians would manifest. Is you get the feeling of what it feels like to live there. You get the mindset of what it feels like to, the mindset of what it is to think in that way, of where that exists. You are employing the spirit, you are employing the mind, you are employing the emotions and the physical, in that you have the experience of already having that thing. So there is a paradigm matrix, and it flows by saying that you have a desire, something that it is that you wish to have. Then there is the mind that will create an intention of you having that thing. You can have desires about things all day, but an intention is an aim that guides action. Then there is the action. That's where you will bring the emotions in. Emotion is energy in motion. It's the energy to make something become manifest for you. And then you will have the accomplishment of it. Now, if your physical accomplishment is not exactly what you desired, then somewhere something's gone awry or wonky or haywire in the processing of this energy through what you could call a paradigm matrix for manifestation. And what it requires you to do is to sit down and take a look at what it is that you truly desire, because all desires that are authentic desires are desires that come from source. They come to you from spirit. Now, you may think that you desire things, go, oh, that's shameful. I shouldn't desire that. I shouldn't want that. I shouldn't want to eat pizza. I shouldn't want to have sex with, married men. I shouldn't want to go and spend millions of dollars in Paris and fly in a private jet. I shouldn't want those things. All of those limitations that you want to apply to your desires, they actually come from a place where you have learned from someone that you shouldn't desire those things. But what if Source had said, okay, Who wants to go down and who wants to indulge in shopping sprees on the Champs-Elysees in Paris? And your hand goes flying up. God goes, okay, that's your responsibility. That's one of the things that we're going to experience through you in this lifetime. Like, oh my God, goody. And then everybody, before they come over, they go and they drink from the river of forgetfulness. And they're like, who am I? It's like that scene from Zoolander. Who am I? Oh my God, such a brilliant movie. And you forget. And then you meet someone and they go, oh my God, I love you. What do you want most in the world? And you go, I want to go in Paris. Oh, Paris is my favorite city too. Let's go. And suddenly you find yourself shopping on the Champs-Elysees, and this person is incredibly wealthy, and they say you can have anything you want. And you go from Hermes, and you go to this store, and you go to that store, and you're Louis Vuitton, and then you go to this store, and you're just buying up a storm. And he says, where would you like to have dinner? And you say, I want to go to Tour d'Argent. Let's go. I have an immediate reservation. And suddenly you're fulfilling that very desire that you had, and you're wondering to yourself, how did this ever happen? Because it was an experience that you had chosen to have before you ever came to Earth. And there is a place where you can go inside of your own soul to find out what it is that you desire. So I'm reading this incredible series of books from a man named J.M. Hammer. And in these books, there's a lesson number 4 in the first book that's known as The Way of the Heart. And he talks about desire, and he says, do this homework assignment for a week. Spend 15 minutes writing down everything it is that you desire. Take a break, come back, take a break, come back. Do it about 7 times. So, you'll fill up 7 sheets of paper, and you'll do that over 7 days. So you'll have like 49 pieces of paper, right? 7 times 7 is 49. It's a new math. And you will look to see there's a theme of things that you want. So I started doing this, and I'm on day 4 of doing this, sitting down and writing and sitting down and writing and sitting down and writing. And in 15 minutes, you can get through, 7 sheets of paper of what it is that you desire. And I remember this desire I had back in 1989, which was to create a school, a mystery school, where people are taught, or they're taught to remember what it is that they learned so long ago. There's not one of us that seemingly bumps into another and it's an accident. There was nothing that is happenstance. Angelo recently asked me in class, was the whole reason I came to you was to reintroduce you to Bernadette, who turned out to be your sister from another lifetime? To which I said to Angelo, probably, possibly. Meeting Lionel and seeing him as one of the elders of the Essene community when we were all Essenes thousands of years ago. Being friends with Hannah's parents because Hannah was the one that I was supposed to have the friendship with all along, Having Priyanka show up one day when I put out a request for a virtual assistant who was psychic. And I said to her, are you psychic? And she said, no. And my spirit guide said, yes, she is. And I said, okay, good. I choose you. Having Lauren Evans be someone who has faithfully been a member of my online community on Mighty Networks since we first connected. And she's just precious to me. She lives in my heart. And knowing that everybody that comes into your life is somehow a part of the manifestation that you're living, that you call life. So I invite all of you to sit down and write down what it is that you truly desire. So I knew that what I wanted to do was have these schools where we could teach children about their clairs when they were young. We could teach them how to access the Akashic records. We could teach them how to remove pain from any experience that they have in life, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, financial. If people don't have money, they eat poorly. If people have money, they can afford to eat better and take care of themselves. Why is it that organic food is so expensive and junk food is, you can feed yourself a family of 10 for $10 on the dollar menu, So in this Egyptian high magic form of manifestation, look at what it is that you desire. Know and have faith that these desires come to you from source. They aren't just your ego that's greedy and doesn't, I want to have sex with 77 virgins, 72 virgins, 70, however many virgins that is. I don't know. What is it that you truly want? Now, there are places where you wanted something and you go, that's forbidden. I can't have that thing. Ask yourself why you think you can't have the very thing that you desire. Now, we may have weird fetishes. We may want to, for men, we may want to dress up in women's underwear and think there's something wrong with that. I had a client who thought that that was a problem that he had. It just turned out that he was a very famous, French model who used to model women's lingerie, and that lifetime carried over for him. And here he was as a man, and he couldn't understand why he liked to wear women's lingerie. When you can understand why you have the desires that you do, when you can allow yourself to really understand who you are and why you want what you want, then you can allow yourself to have it and know that it's okay, and stop punishing yourself or beating yourself up. You're married, you meet someone and you have an incredible soul connection with them, and then you think, oh my God, I want to be with this person, but you're like, I can't, they're married. And it's against your heart to, leave your husband or your wife or whoever it is, or you just have a soul connection with somebody and you're like, why do I feel so drawn to this person? Why do I feel like they've been a member of my family or of my tribe forever? It's okay to want what it is that you want. Let that be one of the greatest messages that you have. So when you figure out what it is that you want, there's a very, very simple process of allowing yourself to know that the thing that you want is yours. I just knew that those 6 days and moments were happening. It was like a message came through from the divine, and I just knew they were going to happen. And 2 couples called and they registered, and those were 4 people. And then another person called and registered, and another person signed up at another event. And boom, there it was. It was actually done by Thursday. It was fascinating. We had the meeting on a Monday. I said 6. By Thursday, it was done. So you know and you believe within your mind that this thing is yours. And then emotionally, you ask for guidance. If emotions are energy in motion, what actions do I need to take to be able to have this thing? You need to be in the right place at the right time. And they may say to you, you need to go here, and you think, I would never go there. Turn right up here. Well, I normally turn left. If they say to you, turn right, listen, there's something that's waiting for you. There's something that's a part of your destiny that's meant for you. It's there waiting for you when you turn right. And it is in accordance with your desires. When you meet someone and you feel like you fall madly in love with them, but it doesn't make any sense, you two have destined to meet each other, and you need to find out why. There's something that's part of what it is that you desire that is made to be manifest through the meeting of that person. They're triggering some part of your soul. They're awakening you up to something that you thought was dead and dormant. Oh, I thought I would never love again after I had my divorce. And then I met him, and he moved my emotions in ways that I didn't expect were ever going to happen again. He's also the person that can make me madder, faster, deeper, longer than anybody else. And he woke at something I didn't know was there. How juicy is that? How fun is that? So what it is that you desire, what do you truly desire? I desire to be in a loving relationship with someone who drives me crazy. So how do they drive you crazy? Oh, I meant that I want them to drive me crazy with passion. Yes, well, guess what? Being driven crazy with passion can also show up in the form of someone pissing you off. So be careful what you ask for. And then you have the accomplishment of the thing. So you imagine yourself in the situation where what you desire already exists. You know within your mind that it is yours. You feel within your heart that you've taken the action ready, the actions that are necessary to get you there. You're ready for this thing to come. And then here's the most important step. You have the most extraordinary gratitude for this thing being made manifest. Because there is something about gratitude. Gratitude is a way of honoring and saying, thank you so much for this thing already coming into my life. Thank you so much for the fact that this exists in my reality. And with that sense of gratitude, there isn't a neediness. There isn't the ego going, oh my God, I can't live without this. There is this feeling of, I'm so thankful to the universe, to the guidance, to the wisdom that I had that literally led me to having this thing. So I recently had a situation where there was a very, very large bill that I had. And I had someone come into my life and say, I'm taking care of this bill for you. It was a $7,000 bill. I was like, are you kidding? I was lying in bed just having gratitude this morning. There was someone else that said, I want to sign up for one of your classes. And I was told the price to offer. And then they sent a Venmo payment. It was adorable. Just signed up out of nowhere. It's places where I suddenly had to move, and neighbors and friends are saying, can I come and help you pack? I'm hearing the tape being brought over a box that was just filled with my paintings. The universe provides everything that it is that you want, because you and the universe conspired for everything that you want to be made manifest. And that's what you truly have to know. That there isn't anything that you think of that you desire that isn't meant for you. Because the only place that desire can come from is from God. And God means for you to have everything that you say that you desire. Whether it's relationships, whether it's places to live, whether it's jobs, whatever it is that you want is meant for you. And for that, you can be deeply, deeply grateful. And then with that gratitude, you have just affirmations of everything that I want comes to me. Everything that I desire is mine. I am always led to the exact place that I need to be for all of my desires to come. And you assume, there's this beautiful law of assumption that a man named Neville Goddard introduced to the world. There is an assumption that you already have that thing. That day when I stepped into the future, I knew the 6 enrollments were done. I knew that they had happened already. And then I watched as the universe conspired for it to happen. You can have everything that you desire without question. So speaking of questions, are there any questions that you want to ask me? It seems very simple. And here's the really good news. It is. Hey, Luna. Hi, sweet man.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. I just saw you unmute yourself.
I did. I was going to say something, but you know me. It takes a while to get it out, but
Take your time.
I guess first thing I got to say is thank you. I needed to know this.
You're very welcome. I'm
Yeah.
really glad you were here.
I'm glad I made it. I just barely made it in. And it's speaking to me so directly. And like you said, nothing that's happened recently or even in the past or whatever it is a coincidence.
Yeah.
I believe that 100%, that everybody's brought together, and that so many things are yet to be manifested and fulfilled.
Yeah.
But there's been some good movement in the right directions. And I've been guided into these directions, and so many things are happening. I'm not sure, how to put it all together, but this definitely helps. Picturing the finished picture and realizing that this really isn't just my imagination, that it was put together way before we ever started it.
Way before we got here. Way before we got here.
Before we got here. So sometimes I step back and wonder, well, if I am just putting this together, if I am crazy. And there's so many things that are happening that are mismatches that just aren't even possible to even really think in those realities. And but they are, things are like that are happening. So I guess that's a part of what you were saying earlier, that you just construct these things to interfere with what's coming through to you.
Yes,
And,
we actually literally, there's a character called Wonder Woman, and she wears these little bracelets, and when the bullets come, she's able to deflect them. And sometimes something is coming towards us and our ego goes, "Whew," and it bounces off. And we're like, hey, I thought I was going to have that thing. And the universe is going, yeah, you were going to have that thing, but you deflected it. You know, like the times where we go, oh, I'm a victim of circumstance, and spirit will literally say, hey guys, she's choosing the victim option today. We get the day off. And they're like, oh wow, okay. And they don't come back until you go, you know, I am a Christed being. I'm aligned with true manifestation. Because they're like, oh, are you done being a victim now? And you're like, well, yeah, where have you guys been? And we're like, well, we took the afternoon off because you decided you wanted to be a victim and whine and complain about that thing. Oh, I get that. Oh, okay. All right, well, come on back. I'm ready to go. You know, like literally it's like that. They're, you know, they're not directing us. We're the puppets on our own strings, you know? So know that they're here to help, they're here to assist. If we say, listen, I need help jumping to this timeline where this thing is this situation, they're like, at the ready. So I want to let you guys know that there's a class that I'm going to be doing on March 30th from 1 to 3 p.m. on manifestation. It's going to go into a lot more detail. There's going to be exercises. There's going to be you guys writing lists, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Priya, do we have a link for that yet, my love?
Yes, I'll include it in Zoom. Yeah.
All right, she'll drop it in the notes. And for anybody else that's watching, we can go ahead and put it on Facebook as well. But, you know, this is just like a half-hour introduction to the fine art of manifestation, but you'll have an actual outline, exercises, and you're going to manifest stuff in class. It's really cool. Really, really cool. So I want to thank you all for being here. I hope that this resonated. I hope that it rang true. I hope that it in some way give you some peace and some understanding. And I'm continuing to do, you know, master classes. We're doing hot seat coaching on Mondays. We're doing Akashic Records on Fridays. You know, on Wednesdays, I'm throwing in a fun little thing like this, talking about, got a whole myriad of stuff that I know how to do. We're doing clearing the clairs, opening up your psychic abilities, things like that. But just thank you very much for coming and being here. It's been a delight to talk with you. Take a look and see what it is that you want in life. And then take a look and see how it is that you stop yourself from having the very things that you said that you wanted in the first place. And truly know that these desires came to you from God.
Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. I love you all. I'll see you guys again soon. Have a beautiful day. Hi, Olaf. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.